Welcome into the Dice Dragons Guild. In this hall, we unite under one banner. Live by the die.
Die by the die.
Woo. Not bad.
This die that you got me is constantly rolling above a 10. Where everything else is like a 4.
I am Izzi, your lore master, and today with me I have...
I am Cuba.
It's almost always one of them.
I know, I wasn't expecting that. I am Cuba. I play Ayla Maria. She is a beautiful tiefling glamour bard, and I rolled a 12.
12?
I
All right.
remembered
That
everything.
is a
We haven't played in 3
15,
weeks, and I
think.
remembered.
There's a bump.
Okay, who's next?
Hi. I thought we were going around in a circle.
No, it's random, baby.
Damn it,
Or
I feel
this
like it changes every
circle,
time.
this circle.
Hi, my name's Adam. I play Eldon. He is a human ranger Drake Warden, and I rolled in a 14.
That's a 19.
Whoa.
I'm gonna skip you. Go down there.
Oh, shit. Okay. Hi, I'm Julie. I play Kethra, a human Circle of the Moon druid, and I rolled a 14.
Wow.
Nice, all right.
Some good rolls. Look at this today. I'm pretty sure it's a +2 for Kethra. Yep.
You got a +5 initiative?
And who's next?
It's ranger shit, boy.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I play Iolite. She's an Earth Genasi Circle of Stars druid, and I rolled an 18.
Nice.
Okay, and last but certainly
I'm at the
not
top.
least.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I play Kai. He's a Dampier Hexblade Warlock, and I rolled a 19.
Damn.
Oh, are you higher than me now?
I rolled the shittiest.
Yeah, so that's a 21. I rolled a nat 20. I'm just going to let you all know that. So that's what happened
damn.
there. So, we have not played in many weeks, and so we're just getting right back into all of the things. You can follow us on YouTube and on Spotify when our podcast version comes out next Monday, so it's always the following Monday, or on Patreon where we'll give you early access to our podcast version. For merch, we got a lot of merch today. I think everybody was just feeling it. So we got sweatshirts. Oh,
I'm just gonna zip this
one.
up.
We all had lots of time to do our laundry in the
I
last
have,
4 weeks, so that we would all have clean merch.
And you can find that at Tiny URL.
I didn't know
Stop
what
playing
you
with
were
your
doing.
Pin
All I
15.
got was the periph, and I just see this, and I'm like,
Well, this one's not ours.
I didn't know
We
if I
have
wanted to.
pins, we have shirts and hats and all kinds of fun stuff at tinyurl.com/DDG merch. And we have stickers too. Our patrons can get some fun stuff. We have a pin for our apprentice and above patrons. So just so you know, we are up to 70 patrons, by the way. So thank you to all of our
Amazing.
free patrons that we have. Thank
We
you
also
so much.
had a slight bump in subscribers on YouTube.
Really?
I mean, very slight bump, but a
that's-
bump nonetheless.
One is a bump.
How
Yeah.
many is
All
it?
right, one is more
We're
than
about
I mean-
1370.
Yeah, like we've gone up, what,
I count every
7
single
in the last
One's a bump.
month-ish?
That's good.
It's one more than we had.
Like I said, her dirty look short brought in at least one. I haven't checked in a while, but it brought in at least one.
It was all.
You're welcome.
It was all from guys like me who like the disapproving stare.
They just had it on loop.
Don't try to
I
piss me
might
off
wa-
on purpose
I might have
now.
watched it a few times. Over here trying to knock those dice holes.
And
Yeah, I mean,
you can
OnlyFans,
check
I
that
guess.
out over on our TikTok and Instagram and all of our other social medias. For music, we are using Monument Studios, Fantasy Plus, Michael Gelfi Studios, Alexander Miller, aka the Boy King of Idaho, and Kevin MacLeod from Incompetech for our ambiance and the background music that you hear. And links can be found in the show notes. For cons and events, Aresia, Boston, I will be there on January 18th. I am in the midst of finishing editing audio for my friend's audiobook. It is called Sex Bunker Apocalypse. That's right. My voice will be immortalized forevermore in the trilogy series. Sex Bunker Apocalypse. Spin the throttle. That's what it was. Spin the throttle. I'm like, spin the throttle. and Handcuffed to Never. And so I've finished recording, and I am currently editing, which takes a very long time. And then we will be releasing those as they see fit. And then Captain Con, that one as well in Warwick, Rhode Island, and that is on February 1st. And I will be there too. Just hanging out this time. I didn't plan anything, so if anybody wants to
That's
hang
when
out.
we talked. We did a panel last year.
Yeah, we did a panel chat last year. And maybe join in on some games and stuff. So, anything else? I do want to show off a big thank you to Liz, who watches us. She got me this goddess
Whoa, it has
dice
boobies.
holder. And yes,
It has a butt and boobies.
it has a butt and boobies.
She's beautiful. I love her so much.
And so she will hold my dice from now on because it makes it a lot easier and not in my my dice tray that is overfilled. And we
Good
might
job,
even
Liz.
encounter her one day. Who knows? Oh. She reminds me of the tree from The Last Unicorn. There is no immortality, but a tree's love.
Were we supposed to clap? I missed.
All right. Anything else?
Like, share, subscribe.
The rain falls. With his sense of Theratrix fading as he flies south towards the city of Dahim, Eldon is alone with his thoughts of what had just transpired. Heavy swirls of different emotions course through his mind and his heart. And while the keepers teach nestlings how to deal with many painful things, emotions are not one of them. For years, writing poems and passages and meditation were Eldon's way of externalizing those emotions, for removing them just far enough outside of himself so he can examine them properly to make sense of things. But here, alone, he doesn't have his book, nor his ink. He only has himself. He wipes water from running down his face. Rain, he tells himself, even as a salt taste betrays that thought. And with that little self-betrayal, Eldon's mental mountain of patience and calm starts to crumble. Sadness begins to give way to anger and guilt. He stands, walking away from the road and towards the trees. Stalking forwards towards a large trunk, he throws down his gear, raises his hands, and begins to sway. Hands begin to flash out in smooth, practiced movements, striking the tree. Fists slamming into rough, unyielding bark. It hurts, but physical pain he can handle. Each strike brings forth a spark of pain that slowly settles as a haze over his mind. Under different circumstances, he'd sit in a cold mountain stream or take his cloak off and sit atop the freezing wind-blown peak, the roof of Skyhome, and let the cold still his mind. Or sit with his book and write. But here he has none of those things. He has his fists and a tree. And this is no calm meditation. This is a self-dissection of emotion. Anger, guilt, regret. Anger. Anger at how foolish the boy was for forcing Eldon's hand. Anger that Theratrix was so perfectly right in his assessment of everything. Anger at just how easy killing the boy truly was. His fists keep slamming, dull thuds echo in the clearing. Guilt. This was no bandit or an Apranian rain. Excuse me. This was no bandit or an Apranian raider. Just a stupid, stupid boy. Guilt at the tinge of pride he felt, seeing the arrow go exactly where he wanted it to go. Guilt at how good that felt after years and years of practice and training. Knuckles pop and blood spatters the bark. regret. He knows he'll forever wonder what he could have done differently. Saving people was always a more romantic idea in Eldon's mind. He saved plenty on Yomari Island, yet one day returned to his homeland, and he's already killed somebody. A boy. A boy who'll never know his name. Strikes continue to rain down upon the tree, faster and harder. What would his mother think? Or his friends? What would Iolite think? A loud snap echoes through the tree clearing, and Eldon instantly rolls towards his gear. Smoothly scooping up his bow, he draws an arrow, nocks it, and aims it towards a tree from his knee. Scanning the tree line, he's surprised when his bow drops, unbidden, from his hand. The intensity of the pain in his left hand makes itself known to Eldon in that moment, and he strips the bracer off to find 2 bones in the back of his hand, jarringly out of place. Broken. Gritting his teeth, he looks at the sky and says out loud to himself, "Did I do the right thing? It doesn't feel like it." Sometimes we find value in life by paying a price in loss. We do what we can, and with what we have, and hope that it's enough. Master Andrax's words come to Eldon's mind, the memory of a lesson, and his voice so clear, it's almost as if Andrax was speaking to him now. Such a simple-sounding lesson, and if only his younger self knew how difficult it would truly be. Sighing, Eldon looks down at his broken and bloody hands and is suddenly embarrassed and thankful that no one else was here to see him this way. He touches the weave, and the warmth of magic sets bones, stitches split skin, and drives the pain away. Unlike that physical pain, the feelings of guilt and regret will never go away. Eldon knows that much. But he did do what he could with what he had, and now he'll have to hope that it was enough to help more than it had hurt. This was the first time, but most certainly not the last. He has people he loves, people he needs to protect, and as he gathers his gear and heads back to the road, his mind wanders to what the rest of the party may be doing, and the rain continues to fall. I hate reading out loud. My mouth dries up so fast.
The rain falls as Eldon looks up and down the road lined with trees, kind of deciding which way to go, waiting. Theratrix said he would be back. And in that moment, there's another crack off to the left. Looking over, you see this flash of white. Small, short is a better term. As you see a kind of hunched over looking humanoid. Could be a human, could be a halfling, a gnome, but definitely an old, possibly old woman who is walking through the trees, and you hear this voice as she looks at you just very slightly and says, "Ah, there you are. Come this way. Come. And she begins heading into the trees.
How far away is she?
She's only like 15 feet away.
When a Keebler elf says follow, you follow.
She might bring me to a tree full of cookies.
Don't dawdle, let's go.
Does she look like she's hurt or anything? Or
No, she looks like she's going in a direction, and
all right, I'll follow. I'm pushing the button. We need our own little button to hit when we're gonna push the the button that the DM gives us.
you start heading through the trees, following this old woman who is shuffling along, again, hunched over, probably definitely no more than 4 feet tall, maybe 3.5. And she's kind of humming to herself a little bit as she moves, and just your normal steps behind her equal 3 or 4 of hers as she's shuffling through. She turns just once to make sure that you're following and doesn't say anything to you, just and leads you through the trees to this to a very gently moving river. And it's still daylight out. So in this clearing, as you come to the river, you can see the light from the suns is trying to push through as the rain is falling. You can see little breaks in the storm that has been following you this whole day. And the droplets of rain pouring down, really to no, like she doesn't seem to mind. She's just barely noticing. And she leads you to the edge of this river, and there's a kind of rock that sits on the side, smoothed over for the most part. And there's like a weird
I heard that too.
electric thing.
Click, yeah.
Yep. You see a tea setting that's already like set up on this rock with 2 pillows, and dry, strangely, although the rain is falling and has been falling. This particular area is not wet. She goes over and sits down on one pillow and then gestures for you to do the same on the other pillow.
Very slowly. Like gingerly. We'll do it.
As you slowly move over, she looks to you and says, "If I wanted to bite your ankles off, I would have already done it. Sit, boy."
Yes, ma'am.
She then just kind of like very slightly, almost as if she's doing it as a show for you, just gently moves a finger, and you see these green trees behind both of you begin to grow very, very quickly. Like you're watching, you see hers, but the one behind her, behind the rock. Like you're watching a tree be born and grow in quadruple time. It raises up, and the leaves of this tree just kind of like fan out, and there are these large, giant leaves that cover over you, kind of like a canopy. And as the rain falls down on either side, you just begin to feel like kind of cozified in this little area. It's not completely cut off, it's open on the sides, but just up on the top. And she leans over, and as she just nods, the tea kettle that was in the center begins pouring out this tea between the two of you. And she doesn't say anything as the teacups kind of like float over to each of you. And she says, "Take a drink. Warm your bones." It tastes like the tea your mom used to make. Oh. Like in every sense of it. Whatever that was is in this cup. And she takes a little sip as well. And she just kind of smiles. There's all these creases in her face, like she is impossibly old, but has this kind of friendly yet almost like aloof expression as she looks at you. And she says, "I think I want us to be alone for this conversation." And you instantly feel yourself return to the feeling that you had before Theratrix was
So, like that cutoff.
The cutoff.
Oh, he's not gonna like that.
And she just kind of smiles and tilts her head a little bit.
Who are you?
So, for whom do we mourn today? Which loss is it? Which young man's life? The one lying in the street, or the one sitting right before me?
My mind is on the one in the street.
Why is that?
Because he's no longer here. And I did that.
No longer where?
This existence, this plane. Alive.
And that's sad to you?
I think it would be sad to most people. Yes.
Interesting. You know, the loss of something is really just the rebirth of something else. His death will make way for some new life, as will yours one day.
And what of the pain that causes?
Life is pain. There's no stopping of pain or starting of pain. It's just pain. And joy. And love. And anger. And nothing.
Then why does it hurt to do? If it's just life, then why does it sit in people's minds like that?
Why does it sit in your mind?
I don't know. I suppose because I wish that things could be different, maybe? That things like that weren't necessary? I mean, everything dies. I get that. And I suppose we can all hope that we have a purpose or a reason for dying. Doesn't make it easier.
Who said it would be easy?
I suppose no one. Like, smiles at this funny little woman.
She smiles back. She looks like she has just a few too many teeth in her smile.
She's an AI generated artwork.
Her hands look like.
How many fingers?
There's 6 fingers on one hand and 3 on the other.
This tea is wonderful. Tastes just like it did when I was a boy.
Then whose tea does it taste like?
My mother made it when I was a child.
What's your mother like?
She's smart, but sad. She's skilled, but Never really did anything with it. So, for whatever that's worth.
Why do you think your mother is sad?
I don't know. She always seemed that way. Since I can remember. But it's almost like she always knew that, like, she had to let me go, I suppose, if that makes sense. She always said something about me going on and doing things, and I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I never asked. Maybe I should have.
So you think she was sad because she created a life? Possibly a plan for that life. And then it didn't go as she planned. It couldn't. As it never does.
Possibly. Probably.
That's the way of it. Things are created. They go down their path and then they end. Only to start something new again. What you did today will start a new path. Not for the boy, but for his mother, his sister, the people he has hurt, the people he has loved, and you, and your friends.
What do you know of my friends?
They are the same as anything else. They are born, they are created. They will choose their paths, and then one day they will die. But everything that they have done will impact this world and create a new path for someone else. Even those you'll never meet.
I never looked at it that way before. Thank you.
She just nods. So what will you do with this new self that you have? This new young man that sits before me as the old one has died.
Keep my friends and loved ones safe. No matter what it takes.
And what will you do when that's not possible?
Not possible to keep them safe.
Yes.
Then I'll do what I can with what I have. And I'll hope that it's enough.
And what if it's not enough, Eldon? What will you do then?
Suppose I'll hurt.
I suppose you will.
That's the way of things.
It is the way of things. As you sit there with this woman, just kind of like watching the river go by, you hear like fauna around you, all of the birds that were chirping and whatnot, they begin to kind of silence themselves. I'm going to have you roll a nature check.
So you pick up that dice earlier.
Dude, you've been sitting here
this is
talking
my
with this
squeezy
woman about your mom, and your mom never taught you stranger danger, apparently.
It's a flat 17.
Okay. It gets quiet in the area, despite these birds that are on here.
They're over there.
They're way over there.
These aren't
And
the birds that eat you.
the woman tilts her head slightly, as you've just been enjoying this tea for a little while now, several minutes. Time has been actually strange. It's not clear as you're under this canopy that you can hear the pattering of the rain above your head. She, as the bird's quiet, looks to you and says, "Fear often masks a gift, Eldon. What you run from may not wish to destroy you, but to deliver you. Do not fight so hard to escape the unknown. Instead, hold still and let it speak its truth." She looks off over your shoulder after she says this. And when you turn to look, you don't see anything on the other side of the river, but when you look back, she's not there.
Fucking classic.
Classic. And not only is she not there, but the canopy is gone as well. Actually, I'll say that the canopy has started to wither as if the plants have lived their life and are now on their way on the other side of that journey. And with your nature check, you notice again as you sit there with no sounds other than just the water going by. You are out in the wilderness alone, and you're pretty familiar with the creatures that can be out here. And one of the telltale signs of a night fang swarm is when it gets really quiet in your area.
Lovely.
And a night fang swarm is a bunch of little drake-like creatures that come in big groups and then swarm over their prey. How do you prepare in the moment that you have?
Maybe they don't like the smell of poo. Poo your pants.
As you look around trying to determine where they are coming from.
Well, she already took your souls. I mean, you're just an empty husk.
Can I make a stealth roll to try to hide?
You can certainly try.
Fuck me. Okay. Well, I guess I'll try to hide.
Okay.
So 11 plus 8. 19.
Okay.
Picturing
It's
you
a
like
needle fang swarm, not night
sticking
fang.
your
This is the wrong thing.
putting the mud on your face and
Yeah, that's
like
basically
in the roots like Arnold.
Yeah. So yeah, what are you doing?
That's pretty much like actually, I was thinking, except not. That would have been a better reference for me to make, but from Hunger Games,
Gita.
PETA, yeah, he like the cake guy.
lays down and paints himself.
Yeah, he like paints himself to look like the ground. It's like perfect. Yeah, he'll just slather himself if he knows what's coming.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just gonna
Yeah,
try
you
to.
do. With the 19, you know what's
Yeah,
coming.
he's going to try to coat himself a little bit of the mud,
Okay.
and then he's gonna hide.
All right. I'm going to do 3 rolls.
Oh, great.
As you begin to hear the shuffling sound and rustling of leaves, and oh, look at you. The
No,
the
don't look
shuffling,
at me. It's not what I want them to do.
rustling of leaves, as it's almost like well, I watched Princess Mononoke the other day, so of course now I'm thinking of like that roiling. I don't know if you've seen it, but like the roiling of the right in the beginning scene.
I've never seen it.
Oh, okay. There's a demon monster that like everything gets quiet, and then it just kind of like it's a bunch of worms. These are not worms, but they just kind of like roll over each other, moving forward and getting in the way of each other and pushing everything out of the way. That's kind of what this swarm looks like. There's probably a couple of hundred of them, and they're small. They're only about the size of like a medium-sized rat.
You might say.
No, I would not say shrimp. A medium-sized rat.
A very small elephant.
Yes, they're the size of a small herd of baby elephants.
And it would be beautiful because the way that their scales catch the light, and we'll say like little rays that have come through, trying to break through that cloud cover. Greens and blues and purples just like kind of rolling over each other as they barrel through, come around the side. It would be pretty if it wasn't terrifying, because you know that these things, almost like when piranha get onto a creature in the sea or in the water, they just swarm and pick. That's what these do. So as they come through, you see them like moving through, twisting, winding, and with a 3, a 5, and an 8.
Oh, Christ. Not right.
Wow. You sit for several minutes as this horde of little dragon-like lizard creatures comes through, shifts around. You can see some of them burrowing under like little pockets where they see like air pockets of something near the shore of the river, and then they dig whatever it is out. It could be crab, it could be whatever, and just like pull these things out and start eating. And then, but they kind of bypass you. One sniffs over, but then they continue down the length of this river and then disappear into the green. And this stat block that I have is not needed at this moment.
Thank Christ.
We spend the rest of the session looking for your bones.
Yeah, that's what, I was thinking of that too, yeah.
Picked clean.
I made a critters reference last week of the rolling ball of critters.
And you hear at one point, you still, obviously they don't disappear, and then you get right up and start sauntering along. So after like another minute, you hear there's Telltale, the Needlefang, not Nightfang, Needlefang drakes. They make this like chorus sound when they catch something decent. They make this like rattling, collective hissing sound, and you hear that out in the forest. But so until it goes away, you just lie there in the mud, thinking.
Aren't you guys so glad we came to Emporia?
It's really nice here.
And as Eldon's blinking eyes in the mud are just looking up at the sky and the gray clouds going by, we will shift over to going backwards to our friends on the beach. As the remainder of the group is sitting on the shoreline of the green tides, with Kai staring down at a little pocket, the little pocket thing, and the necklace around his neck. The rest of you sitting there looking at him, having just been told that he now wears the cursed necklace that calls the nameless stalker. What are you doing?
You just love this, don't you? You just love absolutely the fucking absolute insanity of pain in life. Do you not? Don't answer that, because I already know the answer.
Do not wait for the translation.
She's pacing back and forth on the beach.
Needless to say, we can't stay in one place for too long now.
Needless, he says it, though. He still says it. How long can you sense it? Can you sense it? It's a movement?
I can't sense it, right?
No.
No.
Okay. Approximately how far away was it the last time you saw it?
I teleported away and just kept walking towards the shore. I don't know how fast it moves, but from what I saw, it's not very fast.
Okay. Okay. Fuck. And we don't know where Eldon is.
I left before he did.
Okay, okay. This just keeps getting good, keeps getting better.
You don't have any idea, like, what direction he might have gone in?
I left to try and draw it away from the center, from the direction you all came from.
Well, the logical thing to do would be to go back to where we were staying. Perhaps he went there.
I guess it's a good first place to check.
There's one more thing you all should know.
Oh, no.
What other abomination is
Is it
after
good
you?
news?
Before I took this charm, Eldon stopped the boy
And how did he do that?
with an arrow through the heart.
I wouldn't have pegged Eldon for that, but between me and you, I'm kind of proud of him.
It was a smart thing to do at
Yeah,
the
it was.
time.
So,
But he did it in the middle of the city.
oh good.
It was a lot smarter than you taking that fucking necklace.
I mean, he is sort of the law around here, yes? In a way? I mean, he may be not necessarily a wanted criminal now. Wait, above the table, I don't remember. Did we know that he's sort of wanted before this?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Siri, you read the note
Shit.
out loud.
Okay.
Not you don't know that he's wanted. What you knew was that there's a somebody had a bounty on information about where he was.
Okay.
And that was months ago.
All right. Well then. Well then. Then perhaps he is not there the way he was peacocking around, and nah, there's a bounty on him, and now he yes. Okay.
Wherever he is, he's probably not okay with doing that.
I do not know this land. I do not know where to even begin to go looking for him. But that, I suppose that is not... unfortunately, that is not the primary concern right now, because we have to keep moving.
I have to keep moving.
Probably not best for us to all split in different ways.
True, but we're also already split.
Eldon and I got provisions for our trip. If we want to retrieve those and our things from the inn, we'll have to try and find Eldon.
And will you be recognized if we head back?
I mean, I suppose there were a lot of people, but it is a pretty big city.
Maybe you just tuck that thing into your shirt.
Way ahead of you.
Let us make our way back, get our belongings, try to regroup if we can, and decide what to do next.
We were still waiting above the table for things that weren't ready yet.
We
Yeah,
got
you
like
still have
another
another day or two before there are things that you need.
Okay. He wouldn't leave the city, would he? Did he look like he would leave the city?
I don't know. I really didn't have a chance to sit him down, see what his wants and needs.
He has been acting.
That was perfect. That was perfect character acting.
He has been acting rather erratically lately, so I would not have pegged him for putting an arrow through a child's heart, but hey, who knows at this point? When you say child, how young of a child? Like a little one?
Young adult.
Oh, okay.
That's still bad.
I didn't say it was okay. Okay.
Not much younger than myself.
Okay. Okay. Let's get moving. I assume it is already
It's
moving.
probably already making its way towards us.
Maybe we can zigzag.
I don't think it matters if it always knows where this is.
You headed back to the Gilded Goblet.
Yeah, I guess that's a good place to start.
Mm-hmm.
You
Act casual.
start heading.
Be cool, honey bun. Be cool.
You start heading through the streets of Dahim. Not familiar with this place because your guide is not
Is out
in
camping.
Is not
Is out
in the
camping
city.
away from fucking weird little needle drake things.
Go ahead and
Land-
roll.
land prawns.
It's going to be probably investigation to try to like remember exactly where to go to get back.
Plus 3, anyone? Anyone better than that?
I only got a plus
0.
one.
+1.
I don't remember. It's been a while. Does anybody have exhaustion? I remember that being a thing at some point, but I don't remember if that's. I don't have it marked anywhere. So yeah, I think we might have
No, you shouldn't.
got it
There's
out of our
anything-
system.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
it's
there's
been a
nothing
while.
that you
Yeah,
have. All right.
Investigation.
So you can roll with advantage, or as you
Plus 3, 14.
14. Okay. You head through the city. A lot fewer people as when you start to head towards the inn, you notice. I don't know why I need this thing all the time. You notice that an alarm bell starts ringing out, like whatever the city uses to notify people that there is some kind of issue. And you start to see more of the Adar, which is the military. So more Dragonborn, Lizard folk, Adar soldiers that have come out, and they act as both the police and, well, the keepers are kind of sort of police, but you see a lot more of them. And as you're walking, they keep telling you, like, you need to get indoors, you need to get inside as you're going through, and letting them know, hey, we're headed to the Gilded Goblet. There's just constant, like, hurry, please go. And you do hear off in the background, off in the distance, the sounds of spells being cast, whether it's like loud yelling or people who are trying to fight. It's closer than you would like. And I would say, for Kethra especially, this, as you're going, this like feeling of being pursued. While Iolite had this like what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of any words. Background, periphery pursuit. It was almost created because at no point did she actually see anyone, or it was like this feeling of being pursued. Kethra has been pursued, and it had kind of gone away a little bit, you know, with the when you were alone and it was just you, it was always there, just never being able to be comfortable. Just you and Nyx. And that had gone away when you met these folks. Like, it didn't, even when Felicia was there, it was like, I've got people and they can stop this. But now there's again this like relentless pursuit. And while it's not following you, just that reminiscent feeling is like enough to bring back that pit in the stomach, that we can't be safe if we stop anywhere, kind of that thing that hadn't been there in many, many months.
Could relive the trauma. Yay.
Yeah. It's almost like a moment of like, oh, I can't believe I let myself get comfortable with that feeling of not being pursued. You get to the Gilded Goblet. They open the doors, let you in, they recognize you, and immediately the kind of silver white hostess is saying, don't be alarmed, everything is going to be fine. We have the best drinks available in the dining hall if you would like to just take a little rest. Our military and the keepers have everything under control, so please enjoy.
Thank you. I take a drink from the dining hall and rush us to our rooms. Down it as we walk. And first thing I do is go to his, because you were in the room alone, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I do not think he has returned. Eldon, open the door.
Another guest like opens up their door and is like, "Excuse me."
What?
Gives a dirty look. Looks you up and down.
I don't know why, but I just totally had the idea of like a weird crotchety chameleon, like with the
eyes
eyes,
looking
but
like
the
that.
eyes are looking in two different directions. Like,
And they blink at different times.
like one's looking in the room because they were doing something, and the other one's like looking.
Just looks you up and down. Some of us are trying to sleep.
Yes, well, some of us have bigger things to deal with. Open up the door and I just and go in.
Are you going into Eldon's room?
No, it's locked.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
locked.
not.
Oh, okay. Then yes, I assumed. I thought it was locked. I didn't have his key card.
The chameleon goes, "Excuse me, is that your room? Do you belong in there?"
Is there a problem?
Okay.
You got a fucking problem?
Okay. You should be Kethra. Okay.
You see that their head goes
off,
back
please.
a little bit.
Go
They
off.
blink. Both their eyes are looking at Iolite. Is that your room?
Yeah.
Well. All right, then.
Bigger things to worry about.
They flip no hair. And then close the door.
Toss.
You can see, like, in the little peephole, because of course there is, you can see that there's, like, a shadow.
It's like Roger Rabbit-esque or something.
Little shade in the...
I'm gonna look around to see if there's like signs that he's been there.
Yeah, I'm looking
No,
in
I
the
know
bathroom,
there's not,
lifting up the mattress.
You see, my bedroll would be on the floor next to the bed. That's the only thing that he has there.
Kai would know that from the last time he was there, nothing has changed.
It's the same from when we left. He hasn't been back.
Okay, very good. Or not. Shit.
I'll check the roof. He could be up there.
Yep.
He goes on roofs
These
sometimes.
things I never really thought of. They become
In the
things.
pouring rain.
Can we hear?
It's mostly totally on the roof in the rain.
Can we hear the sounds outside, like getting closer?
Yeah, I'll say, like, even looking out the window, because you go up, it's multi story, this hotel. And you look out and you can see that like smoke rising from a particular street. It's far off. But like if you kind of standing there looking out at it and watching and seeing, it seems like every few minutes it stops and is like centralized in one space. You cannot see, all you can see is rooftops and then like smoke or little like, glittery remnants floating up into the air. But at this rate, and based off of like you seeing how fast it walked, it would probably take it, like you might have like an hour to hang out here before it just like slowly makes its way to.
Hello.
If it wasn't being accosted, it would probably be here in like 15 minutes. But
As she's looking out the window, does he have a window? Did he get a window room?
yeah, you've got
I
what
got like the master suite or whatever.
I don't remember what you
You
got.
got windows.
So she, looking as it's getting closer. This, I do not know if this will work. You don't breathe correctly, correct? You do not breathe. Is that, am I remembering that correctly?
Yes, that's right.
Puts her doorknob, draws the, a door, puts the doorknob, opens up the closet. Get in. You do not need to breathe. You should be okay. I do not know if this is going to work, but if you're not on this plane, maybe it will not come after you. There's food and drink in there.
Just mangoes.
Mashed mangoes and just broken bottles.
No, the mangoes have been eaten. There's traveling provisions, a lot of clothes,
Too bad you don't have the stool. You have a place to sit.
Yeah.
but there is still plenty of room. You said it's a 5x8
5x8 closet. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like half full. It's comfortable. It's cozy.
Which is basically a windowless cell.
Get it. It's like right up Kai's alley.
One condition. You give the doorknob to Kethra
Done.
and see if this works. Kai walks into the closet.
I think is one. Do you have a
It's
freezer
the
over there or the
freezer,
heater?
Yeah, it's the freezer.
Every time the freezer kicks it.
We should have kept the old loud freezer. So as he walks in,
So you can get a long rest or a short rest in there. You can just lay on the wall.
he's gonna go upside down.
How does gravity even work in the closet?
It's a pocket dimension. Half the time I open
find
it up
out.
on the ground.
Yeah. I'm gonna find out.
So I just shut it and just blew pixie dust the door away, and I
Thank you, Ayla.
I gently placed it in your hands.
Thank you,
Don't
Ayla.
shake it.
Kai, you in there?
Smash, smash, smash.
She
It's
goes,
like the Finding Nemo, like,
Bludgeoning damage. Don't loot.
she's gonna go like this and pass it to Nyx and go, put it in my bag, Nyx. Nyx gonna. Into the
Nick's
bag.
the whole time.
Oh, he's probably slapping the
He's
shit
gonna
out
try
of
to.
you,
He's
Kai,
gonna
but
put it on things and try to
Knock
push
it
it
out.
off. Yeah.
or he's just sitting on it.
But it's gonna keep spinning because it's like a doorknob.
He's just sitting on it like sitting.
So Kai, you step into this closet, and do you turn around to look at Ayla as she closes the door, or do you have her your
Yeah,
back?
Kai's gonna walk in and turn around and look everyone in the eye as they I'm picturing, it's like a pitch black with the light coming in so he can see everyone's face as one by one they start to disappear.
There's a sad, anxious worry on her face.
The door closes, and you are in the void. Not literally. But as that door closes behind you or in front of you, you can't help but be pulled into this place of your dreams. You have only seen this kind of darkness when the Raven Queen has been searching for you.
Wait, so if he lights a match in there, it's not a closet? You can't just
No, it
pull a
is.
drink off
It
the
is a
shelf?
closet.
No, it's just, you can't
Oh,
see anything
okay,
'cause it's
okay.
dark.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like he's literally
There's no light at all in
Guy
this
has
place.
Devil's sight.
So staring forward, there would be nothing because there is nothing. But when you look down,
Oh, there's a mirror on
You
the
see
back of the
fruit.
door. Just for makeup.
and so here you stand in quiet because there is no sound except for whatever sounds you make rustling food around.
Practice your beatboxing while you're in there.
What? Just pictured who am I picturing? It's got to be Aaron from Attack on Titan. Just go.
No, that's not right. That's not
Baby, you got what I need.
The stoic vampires.
He's truly like in a place of like peace and quiet and solitude right now. Like the real him comes out, and
It's the only place he could be his real Kai self.
and he is
Not
Bismarcky.
enough room to dance, unfortunately.
He's gonna just like look down, like kick a couple of mangoes out of the way with his foot, and just do that like step across ankle, and just immediately sit down cross-legged, just kind of contemplate every decision.
And it's
My life
anxious for
has
the
come to
first
this.
minute or so because you kind of sit there and there's a little part of you, because I don't like to sing, like telling you guys how to feel, but like I would imagine there's a little part of you that's just like, do I make peace with this moment right now in that the creature could appear right in front of me?
Oh, we wouldn't hear you scream.
In
Just
the
open it up and
closet.
it's like, my closet. It's a mess.
In the void, no one hears you
Or
scream.
if something happens to them outside there,
Yeah,
I'm
you could be
just
here.
stuck here until
10,000 years.
Literally.
It's just such a crick in the neck.
literally the genie in the lamp,
Yeah.
the,
Oh
the
my
bag
God.
man. He's thinking about all those stories he heard as a child, and just
Think about that.
Your life, your legacy
thinking
in the
back
hands of,
about
or the paws of.
thinking back about that long lifespan, how long he is just could be stuck here for a year,
I mean,
more.
the Raven Queen's a goddess. She transcends planes, so she's in there with you.
She barely even talks to him as it is.
Wrong room, buddy.
As you're sitting there moping, you get a sudden like jolt as Nick slaps the shit out of it. Doorknob in my bag.
If he reach it, like if can he feel the door?
No, there's no door.
There's no door.
It
But
is just a
but when
cell.
you all right, well, does he feel anything? Does it feel like he could just walk?
No,
So there's
like
walls to
walls.
this.
it is a confined
Okay.
space. Yeah,
I am inside of a box.
he's in a box. Yeah.
All my clothes is in there. and
Just try on every outfit. Just because. Put it back all
I am
rumpled.
pretty. Oh, so
Just put it
pretty.
back all rumpled, all, you know what I mean?
On the outside of
Didn't think of that. If that
The
creature
pocket
could appear
dimension.
in there too.
That's
I
one of
gotta
those.
admit, I did
There's a little
not-
light. It's like, and it's like.
It's
Or-
just straight Looney
Do you remember-
Tunes
or
now.
do
it has no head, so
Full Looney Tunes. Oh, that's true.
Well, I remember. Do you ever see The Conjuring?
No.
The woman's coming down the stairs and she's lighting the matches because that's all she has. And then like just a pair of gross hands comes out from the darkness behind her over her shoulder and just claps once and. Someone, no, you guys have never seen that?
No.
God damn it!
I will.
Seen the lights
I will
out.
now.
Yeah.
With
I was
the-
thinking
gets closer and closer.
the first episode of The Walking Dead when he's leaving the hospital and he's doing like the matches in the stairwell, and that's what I was expecting, like something to come out.
So outside of the closet, you kind of all standing looking at each other in this room, look out the window because you could see the kind of very slowly progressing in your direction smoke and glitter bombs and loud yelling and whatnot. You stop for a moment because all you can see and hear, I mean, the rain's coming down and it's, hitting the windows, and there was yelling and screaming and people shouting spells and all of that. And then you see, like, this, it quiets down. And the smoke that you saw that was kind of like moving ever so slightly, it's now just lingering in one place.
I think that may have bought us some time. But I will bump the table. He only can be in there 12 hours, right?
Well, you can be there in however long you want to be.
Oh, is there only 12 hours of air? Is that what I'm saying?
He doesn't need to
It's
breathe.
I know he doesn't need to
it's
breathe,
10
but...
minutes of air.
Oh, okay. I don't know where 12 is stuck in my head with this closet for
Yeah,
some
no.
reason. Okay. All right. Well, that solves that for now, hopefully. And now it is the Eldon dilemma.
Yeah.
Can you roll me
Oh wait, are
a
you back on? You did you go to the roof and come
perception
back? Or are
check
you not there?
for
I-
Theratrix?
I was gonna go to the roof. I would have maybe gone to the roof while all that was going on.
Okay. Then I just said that to you. She's on the roof.
How are you getting to the roof?
Well, like, how many floors is this place? I
I'm
guess?
gonna say it's only like 3.
I think I would go to the highest floor and try to see if there's like a way up, like a hatch or something.
13.
Is there a hatch? Make a perception check.
$21.
You see a door that looks like slightly different from other doors that are clearly for people's rooms. And when you open it, you see that it is stairs that lead up to
Amazing.
like a roof. It's a pitched roof, so as you go up these stairs and up to the top, this leads kind of like a balcony. From there, you would have to climb up onto the roof.
Okay. I think I'll just get to the top and say, Eldon!
Okay. You yell out Eldon's name. Listening, again, you're getting kind of wet as your head is out there and the water's flowing down your sparkly hair. And you're looking up at the rooftop and yell Eldon, yell his name, and then you see a face just right down into your face. Oh my God. Right down, looking, 2 little clawed arms latched to the front, and peering over is Theratrix.
Oh, thank God. Where is he?
Iolite.
Yes, Theratrix.
Hey there.
Where's Eldon?
He's out in the woods.
Alone?
Yes,
Why?
because I needed to find you.
You found me. We need to go.
Let's go.
Okay.
He jumps down.
I'm gonna starry form into
And scare all the patrons of this hotel.
the griffin.
What does that look like?
Well, as she goes into her usual starry form, you see the constellation of the griffin appear on her chest, and then these celestial wings appear. And she says, "Let's go."
Theratrix looks very surprised. His eyes widen, and he says, "We must get everyone."
We can get them. We'll come back for them.
Okay.
Because they've got stuff here, and Kai's in the closet. Actually, I wouldn't know he's in the closet. That's right. I'm on the roof. Okay. There's things they need to do, and I just need to get to Eldon. So
Let's go. He jumps off of the roof and he can fly on his own. So the 2 of you, are you trying to be stealthy? He was trying to be stealthy, and I had you roll that earlier.
yeah,
Okay. Another stealth check for Theratrix, and a stealth check for starry form.
I'm gonna use Pass Without a Trace.
Now me and Kethra could be sitting there going, what the fuck is taking her so long?
This turned into a horror movie where everyone one by one is disappearing.
Disappearing.
Be right back.
I will say I will allow Pass Without a Trace because you're in starry form.
Uh-huh.
Because technically the way that reads is that it's Earth. The way that your Pass Without a Trace works is Earth, but because you are in a celestial form and you're in the sky,
Right.
flying,
Yeah. It's different.
I'll say it's
You're
okay.
gonna allow it?
Does Theratrix, but if he's close to her, how close does he have to be?
Yes, within 30 feet.
He'll probably, if he knows, he's been around long enough.
Yeah.
That he would.
You
know to
wouldn't
stay
go
close.
way far ahead
He
of her
would.
anyway.
He would know to stay close if she's casting that, and then as they get beyond, he would, move away a little bit or whatever. 8, 9. So with her plus 10, it's a 19.
19.
14.
A 19 and a 14. You...
What do the wings look like?
Just kind of an extension of how she looks, where it's like they look like, I don't know, connect the dots, like
Nice.
stars shaped like wings.
You take off over the rooftops, kind of like he's bringing you back along the way that he went to get to you all. So it's over rooftops, and as you are going,
She even delivered to Amazon.
as you are going, you see people look up, and you do not. Folks are on high alert. And while there aren't a lot of people out on the streets, the way that you had to go is like in the direction of where the creature is. So I'll actually let you make a
yeah.
perception check real quick to see.
Spotlights.
Yeah, right.
Air raid sirens.
Perception?
So, more has happened.
17. I take that.
So you and I are left in the room twiddling our thumbs because she has fucking sprouted star wings and flew off with Theratrix.
I just went pee
That's what happens.
and dropped my phone at the toilet, so that was fun.
Oh, no.
Do you have one of those alcohol wipes by any chance?
We have them over there.
No, it's not off. I literally retrieved it from the toilet so fast.
Yeah, just turn it
sure
off
it's
for a
fine.
little bit.
So
But can I have one of those alcohol wipes, though?
Yeah, we have
Because-
Lysol wipes.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure there might have been pee in it.
Oh my gosh, my kids.
It's all right. I worked in a vet's office. I was like, just sticking my hand in. I don't even care at this
Just
point. I can wash
pee.
my hands later.
So as you jump
My case took
over
most of
and
it.
like kind of
That
fly,
was the
leap
thing.
fly
Lifesaver. Thank
from rooftop to rooftop, you take a quick moment looking over your shoulder to see that the creature, there's a lot of folks around, and actually like there are some that are starting to make their way up onto the rooftops to kind of get better angles on this thing. You see Adar military that are around. There's a couple, like a handful of keepers. There aren't a whole lot of them. There's some kind of like force field around it that you can just make out a shimmering bubble like around the creature that has just stopped moving. It's just stationary in this moment as you go, but you see a couple of military look in your direction as you're jumping, and there is a like reaction, but one of the leaders says to just focus on, like you could see that there's
I'm gonna point at the
focus
thing
on-
and be like, don't look at me. Look at that thing.
Yeah, focus on the creature.
What are you looking at me
here.
for?
It's been a weird fucking day.
Ignore me.
I'm not a problem. Don't worry about me.
What Theratrix has done is try to make it look more like he's a drake as opposed to just outwardly flying across. So you're like leaping from thing
It's okay.
to
She's with a floating drake.
yeah. And as you jump over the wall of Dahim and head out into the still rainy, woods and hills of the, is it Valeria? I gotta get my map up. Region. Edipodia.
Otopodia.
Yeah, Edipodia. You
Means grasshopper.
hear
Gesundheit.
Theratrix says, my connection to him had been lost. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find him.
What?
I'll go in the direction that I know he was in.
Is it that's still lost?
At the moment, yes.
Okay. Yeah, go where you last saw him.
And you head into the forest. And that is where we will take a break. Let's start with Kethra and Ayla. In the room, having closed the door, handed the doorknob back over to Kethra, who handed it to Nyx, and you stand there gathering up Eldon's belongings in his gilded goblet. Sweet.
Thank you. Just leave
Don't
my
worry,
shit
I'll
there.
haul your shit. It's fine. I'll babysit your shit. It's okay.
It has, after several minutes, it becomes clear that Iolite is not returning to you.
Where the fuck did she go?
I'm gonna have to go find her, aren't I?
You have your sending stone.
Mm-hmm.
You're Rocky Talkie.
And she's gonna be like, Iolite.
Do I hear?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it works on
A mile?
Yeah, mile.
Yeah, you're. By the time she would be sending this to you, you're still within distance. Yeah.
Okay. Hey.
Hey,
Sorry, it's hard to hear up here. It's a lot of wind.
Where are you?
I'm with Theratrix. We're gonna go find Eldon.
What do you mean with Theratrix?
He was on the roof.
Are you still on the roof?
No,
Where the hell are you then?
I'm with Theratrix.
I feel like I'm not getting anywhere.
What is she saying?
She's with Theratrix, but that doesn't tell me anything.
Where the fuck
Where
is
is
Theratrix?
Theratrix?
He's right next to me.
Where are you both?
We're flying together to find Eldon.
She's flying with Theratrix.
Why?
I haven't got that far yet. Why are you flying with Theratrix?
To find Eldon.
Can you guys, like, hold up a minute for me and Ayla to catch up with you or something?
No, because you have stuff you need there. I figured I would just, like, find him to make sure he's okay. Because he's by himself.
Okay, don't go past, like, a mile, because I can't talk to you if you go past a mile.
I don't know how far I'm going to go.
Ask what direction they are flying.
What direction are you flying in?
This one.
Theratrix, do you know what direction this is?
Theratrix would say, "We're going north, Iolite. We're going north."
North. We're going north.
Okay,
Look at who's on first.
they're going north.
Okay, let's go.
All right, we're gonna pack this shit up and we're coming.
Wait, there's more things you need.
Yeah, that's gonna have to be a problem for a different day.
Okay.
Okay, don't do anything crazy like Kai just did, please.
What did Kai just do?
What doesn't he do? What doesn't he do?
Ow, I can't breathe.
All right, just don't put yourself in any danger, please. You are Theratrix, please.
I'm gonna do my best.
All right, fuck.
You guys be safe too.
All right, fuck. And you hear fuck is the last thing you hear. She's like, ugh. All right,
I'm just taking all your shit. And I'm
I would say by the end of that conversation, given how long, like, the last thing fuck you hear is
she's past that
Kethra
mile.
as
It
it's
just
past the
crackles
mile,
out.
yeah.
Fuck. All right, they're going
That's a
north.
mile.
They're going north. Let's pack this shit up and go.
Let's go. We will run as
Yeah.
fast we can north.
We need to do something. Fuck.
So you gather up all of your belongings, and are you headed out of the city?
I'm just going to find my bearings to north, and I'm just going to go in as northern direction as
There's a
we can.
northern gate out of the city. Yeah,
Okay.
That you can go.
We look at the wayfinding map and we go that way.
Okay. You guys
And we
head.
are not being stealthy, and we're running like fucking lunatics. Like if people are in the way, I'm just mage handing them out of the way.
There's not a lot of people out because they had the bells are kind of still ringing out there, and there's a monster.
Out of the way.
Everybody run! There's a fucking monster in the street. We gotta go. Ladies, it's not safe. Fuck you!
Blew out the mic.
It's that same lizard person that was in the.
Killed the eyes, yeah.
Where are you going?
Shut up!
What's with all the commotion?
Everyone's being really mean to me today.
Captain's gonna look at Ayla and go, Ayla, grab all the shit. Okay?
Oh, it's already like.
And she's gonna go, in a few
She's in a
seconds,
pillow.
she goes, get the fuck on, and she'll wild shape into a warhorse and start running
Okay.
with Ayla on her back.
Can Karen Melian
Karen Nealon.
can she be a reoccurring
Karen Carmelian.
It's funny because I pictured it actually being a male.
Oh, that's
doesn't
totally
matter.
not what I got.
What was the male version? What was the name of the male version?
Chad? I don't know.
Keith.
Keith.
Kevin. It was a Kevin.
Joe, Jim,
Todd.
Jeremy, Michael, Matthew, John.
We're just naming off jackasses.
Just all the
we've met
biblical
on.
names.
Fuck, I'm the first
Jeremy,
one.
Ezekiel.
The second one, then I think, right? Alphabetically.
Oh no, I meant like she said biblically.
Yeah, no, but
Adam's the first man.
And I was,
I'm the
and then
first Karen.
Andrew is
Fuck.
next in line.
Aaron.
Is that a biblical name?
Oh yeah, we're going biblically.
Just making up names. So you begin running through the street. Are you trying to avoid the direction that or are you trying to avoid where you saw the smoke coming up? It would be on your way.
You're the horse.
Yes.
So you're galloping through the streets.
The horse is amazing.
You're galloping through the streets of Dahim and out the front gate. Okay, that was simple enough.
I stomped my foot and it hurts.
How does it feel?
I
to be-
stomped.
I
I
wonder
was
how-
overacting.
I wonder for poor Kai. He's in my bag on the back of a horse. You have no idea
Technically,
what's
it
going on.
doesn't move in the.
You have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, no, you
No,
don't know
it's
what's
just-
going on.
it's
He's gonna be
quiet.
so
Quiet.
surprised when we
It's so silent and quiet.
You might
Kai's-
find a
Kai's just
pan flute and little
contemplating.
hand drum in there, so you can play some music for yourself.
It's gonna take up a new hobby, so he's in there. Got the pocket dimension blues.
Stuck in the closet
Oh, I've had like a little bird sneak out.
with nothing to do. Got this curse necklace, but don't know what else to do. Sorry.
So, back to Theratrix and Iolite. Running through, flying, kind of like jumping treetops and then down onto the ground and just making your way through, you come to, it takes a few minutes, but you come to a tree, which is Theratrix lands and then skids over to it, and you make a perception check for Theratrix or investigation as he starts looking, but he looks back at you, Ayla, and says, "This is where I left him. Clearly he has moved."
What did you say? Investigate.
Investigation or perception, whichever one. Or
Perception.
survival, whichever one you think you'd like, depending on what you'd like to determine.
Perception.
Um,
Let's go to +2 on that. 12 plus 2 is 14.
and that was perception.
Yeah, 14.
He looks around the ground area and sees that sees like footprints that are muddy going over to another tree, and he goes over to that tree and you can see like blood all on the side of that tree, and he's looks up back at you. I don't know. I still have no connection to him, which is strange.
Eldon!
You're not anywhere close
Too
to it.
far
I
away.
know, that's why I just looked at you. I was like,
Yeah.
I know you're not going to make it that
No,
easy.
you're not anywhere close to where they're at.
Do I see any, if I look around, can I see any indication of like a direction he may have gone in from there?
You can make a survival check or investigation. Your star form lasts for an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
12.
You get the sense of, like, you can see where some footprints, this is along the side of the road that leads, it's a long road, it leads from the city out into, like, in the direction of where people would head to go to the main city or any side villages, so it's kind of well traveled. With a 12, you search around and it's hard to say which direction. There's a lot of, as you can see where he was sitting and which direction that he like went onto the road, but then everything gets muddied up on the road.
Okay. Can I try to cast
Locate object on the earring that he is wearing.
Yeah.
And I want to try to use my shard to see if I can amplify it as far as it could possibly go.
Okay.
Just to try.
And locate object, do you have to make a roll or it's just you've got it?
no, you just sense the direction of the object
Okay.
if it's within 1,000 feet of you.
1,000 feet is a lot. Yes, you get a ping on that,
Is that
and you
like
can
a
tell that
quarter
he's
of a
gone to
mile?
the east.
Half a
Like
mile.
a fifth of a mile.
All right.
All right, he went. Is this way?
Theratrix looks at you. How can you be sure?
Just trust me.
Okay.
Trust me,
I'm
I'm
gonna
a
go
woman.
Yes.
You begin heading into the forest in the direction that you are feeling that strong pull. And it doesn't take too long. It's a few minutes, but just because you're trying to like stop, make sure that you're getting the right direction, head in that direction with Theratrix following behind. And there's really no path here. You're just pushing leaves and brush aside as you go, and it's wet and raining more heavily than it was earlier. You eventually come out at a river, and you can hear and see it's wherever the water is coming from. It's kind of made this river a little bit more quickly moving than it was earlier. We'll say you do not see anything at the moment. There's a stone, like a big flat stone, probably 200 or so feet off to your right, and the river continues on. Just you can see large logs that are washing up on the shore line of the river, and the Theratrix just steps up next to you and then says, "He's over this way," and starts beelining it towards the rock.
Okay. Do I still feel that?
Yeah,
Over there
you
too?
do. Yeah,
Okay.
like you both can go in that
All right,
direction
we'll
and
go
see.
over there.
You hear in your mind at this point, Eldon, it's been a few minutes, several minutes, you heard the hissing of the Needlefang swarm die down a couple of minutes ago. And then you hear in your mind Theratrix's voice just say, "Eldon, I'm here."
He'll answer back. I'm here.
He climbs up on this, like, the flat rock that was kind of overlooking the river.
I brought
and
the
then
only one that matters.
jumps down, and, you know, you're able to sit up covered in all that mud. And he slides, like, right over to you and nudges your head with his forehead. "I lost you for a moment, which was very strange."
First, this creature's needle fangs. Keep an ear out. They move that, and he'll point like the direction. They'll eat anything, so we need to be careful. Move away. There was a woman, very small, magical. She was very strong, and she wanted to talk to me, and she said, alone. And I think she was able to somehow cut the connection. So you couldn't hear, apparently.
Do you know how she was able to do that?
I don't. Where the rock that he was on, is that the same rock?
Yeah, yeah.
It was right. We were right there. And those plants are still kind of withered.
They've kind of like withered down to the point of give
Yeah,
it a
like,
few
just like-
minutes and they'll probably be gone.
Just dirt. I don't know her name. I don't know who she was. But she had some words, some wise words for me. Much like you.
Iolite is with me. Turns around and there's a starry Iolite with wings.
How did...
I'm going to drop the starry
That's
form.
a stupid question.
Go back to normal.
As I see the wings, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay. I see how. Why are you here? It's dangerous here.
She just runs over to him and kind of grabs him by like the biceps. Are you okay? Are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. But we need to leave.
Yes, we do.
There's a pack of needle fangs, and we need to get out of here now.
Okay. You sure you're okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm okay.
Let's get out of here
Yeah,
then.
I'm just gonna like head back to the road, at least.
Okay.
We do not want those things to come back. When you look down, you were like, yeah, I don't get to use that stat block. I'm like, no, you don't. Not now.
Not today.
They're out there somewhere.
You head back to the road, and Theratrix is keeping an ear out. Can you make a perception check for Theratrix?
It was 2. 4.
Cool.
Oh no, not at all.
Cool,
He's
cool,
just
cool, cool.
he's just in his golden retriever energy mode.
So you get back to the road, and Theratrix is very quiet as you head back over. That tree that you had left at has pretty decent cover. Like, you're not going to stay completely dry, but it's better than standing out in the rain. And Theratrix says, I'm sorry, I was only able to get one of your friends. I ran into Iolite first, and she insisted that we leave immediately. I don't know where Ayla or Kai or Kethra are.
They'll find us. We'll find them. You did well. Thank you.
Of course.
What happened with the others?
They're just back at the... Was it the Gilded Goblet? What did I forget?
Yeah.
They're just back at the Gilded Goblet. We were looking for you.
I had to leave.
I know. Kai told me. Us.
What did he tell you?
That you killed a boy with an arrow.
I don't know why I smiled at that when she said it.
You killed a boy.
I killed a boy and I liked it.
Master Skywalker.
There's too many.
What are we going
takes the
to
ball
do?
I did what I had to do,
I know.
and I'll have to see how that turns out.
You know Kai has the necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking grab that doorknob.
There's a layer of disgust and everything to it. It's beautiful.
Just throw it in the
multi-layered.
Throw it in the river.
So everyone's at the Gilded Goblet?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I don't think I can go back. I'm too known. The Keepers, it was Myris. She saw me after I let that arrow fly, after that boy dropped, and there'll be too many questions. I can't talk my way out of that. They'll want to bring me in.
Yeah, no, we're not going to go back.
How far away out are we from town?
You're like 5-6 miles.
Well, it's not safe in the woods. We should probably stay just off the road. But is there any space that looks safe? I guess that's a very general word to use. But just not dense wood. Maybe a couple trees off the road, somewhere we can actually sit.
Yeah,
Wait.
you can find a place off the side of the road.
It's just not like thick forest all
Yeah.
around, right?
No,
As soon
no,
as you
no,
get off the road.
no.
Just think, because like when we were in Yamari, as soon as you stepped off the road, it was like rainforest.
Oh, no. Yeah, not along where this road is, because it's pretty hilly out there. Yeah, you can find a space off to the side a little bit where you'd be able to see people coming and going. You do, like, as you move yourself off, there are, not often, but every once in a while, like, caravans of folks or, like, a wagon or travelers. Like, this road is being used by people, so.
Can we get to the river from the road without having to go through like the thickest? No.
No, people don't really go to that area of the river
Okay.
often.
Well, we can either start walking back slowly, or we can wait here.
If we get close enough, I can reach out to Kethra and let her know where we are. We're way out of range out here.
Okay.
Horse Kethra is this entire time going, "Can you hear me?"
Screaming in her brain.
So you both traveling in in the same direction to meet in the middle. You begin walking in the rain. You're riding in the rain. Kai is completely dry.
You and Nick, so the only one's dry right now.
Teaching himself how to juggle. His little closet.
How many mangoes you up to now?
Eldon's gonna.
He's just sitting there, just angry.
Of course he is.
Just
Brooding.
stewing.
Could be learning how to
do
play the piano.
anything.
He's reading her diary with his devil's sight.
Blue humanoid. Blue humanoid. teal humanoid.
Seeing a pattern.
It's like her
You're
little
right.
black
It's not a diary. It's a little black book.
It's a book of conquest.
Oh, what was
It's
the
a- I was
show
gonna say,
with
it's a list of names with check marks next to
Mulder
'em.
on HBO?
Oh,
what was it?
Californication?
Oh yeah.
No, before that. It was like the Black Book Diaries or something like that.
Yeah,
It was like a
something like
Skinamax show.
that's why they kept making that joke on the X Files.
Oh, the porn tapes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Eldon's gonna take his cloak off and he's gonna like walk away a little bit and snap it so the mud will come off.
Yeah.
And he's gonna, because it's raining, he's gonna like throw it over, like wrap it like so it drapes over Iolite so she's not just getting pelted with rain.
She's gonna try to make it so it's over you too.
Okay. We just look like two wicked homeless people. just,
Yeah.
just two drowned rat human.
Little rats.
Theratrix is off to the side and he looks at both of you and he's like, "What about me?" I'm just joking.
Come on in, buddy. There's room in
I'm
between
all right.
us.
I'm okay.
Eldon is, Theratrix is actually a medium size. He can be ridden as a mount now.
He is. He's a
On the-
medium size,
on
like
the ground.
yeah, like he can comfortably have one person on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep that in mind for the future. Not now. It seems disrespectful. He's a dragon.
He turns his head as you're walking and just looks at you, Eldon. I know you showed me that memory. Did you show your friends?
I did. Actually, shit, did I?
Showed Kai.
I showed Kai when we were in the room. Fuck, it was so long ago. Was he out flying around, or did I have him unsummoned at the time?
I think you had him unsummoned.
Yeah, he was
because-
unsummoned because we were in the
You're
city
in the
and we
city.
didn't want to call attention.
Yeah.
Okay. You were in the other plane, wherever you go, and I was in the room. I showed Kai. He's the one who actually found it. Or bought it. Traded for it?
I think you traded.
You traded.
The cultist,
Silver.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Again, it's fucking so long ago. It's like a month ago.
Theratrix keeps walking in silence for a minute and then, without looking at you, says, Eldon, I think it's important for you to remember that everyone lives their own truth. I can feel that you have been heavily impacted by this memory and this accounting. But just because one person says it is so does not mean it is.
It's true. It also doesn't mean that it isn't. I think it needs to be investigated. I need to know who's telling what lies. If this group of liberators, as they call themselves, I don't know. I need to. First, I want to find Master Andrax. And second, figure out who these liberators are, how they stack up against the Keepers. I don't know.
All right. Understood.
And you came out all the way out here? You didn't have to do that.
Of course I did. I didn't know where you were. And you were by yourself. Not even Theratrix.
Well, he was.
Well, he was with me, so I knew he wasn't with you.
Thank you for caring.
Always.
Just gonna snuggle a little closer to her as they walk. He'll walk in the mud so she doesn't have to. That's the equivalent of like on the sidewalk. I'll walk on the side where the cars are so you don't almost get hit.
We try. There's a lot of mud.
Splush.
You hear the heavy hoof falls of a large horse coming in your direction. You can't be mistaken with a war horse. You're just going to hear, like, for a little while, you're going to hear it. Kind of getting out of the way to make room for whatever is coming your way. You, Kethra, see the winged companion of Eldon, followed by these two underneath a drenched cloak. Ayla you see as well on top of Kethra. And you all kind of meet and converge as the horse slows down.
Before she comes to a stop, I somersault off. Land in the...
Acrobatics.
Into the mud. Do you want me to do an acrobatics?
Into the mud.
If you want to.
I don't want to, but
Okay,
if you want to.
that's fine. You don't have to. You just say you do it. You're not in any kind of danger, so.
It splorches into the mud and just goes, "You goddamn fools! Both of you, all of you, goddamn, and she gives you like a big hug, and then she turns and looks at you with fucking fire in her eyes, and she's like, "Fucking fool," and then just gives you like a fucking bear hug as well, and then just steps back, very angry.
Such a mom. Such a mom thing. It was so sweet.
Before she turns out a wild shape, she's gonna go, "Are any of you fucked up?" To Iolite. To the little thing. Are any of you fucked up?
No, we're good.
Then she's gonna come back out and go, "Good."
I found Eldon.
Are you in a horse form still?
No, she just, you see her just shake out of it.
I have a question about your hair has purple in it, or is it just black?
Like black, blue, purpley kind of tones to it.
When you change into an animal, is it like a show? Like I imagine, this is what I've been imagining the entire time. So like when you were turned into a war horse, it was black or whatever, but the mane had that like bluish, or I was imagining purple for some reason, like bluish tinge in it. Like you know how like they have a color theme, and when you change into the animal still has that color theme.
I kind of think that too, because when I'm the bear, I consider myself a black bear with like the blue hints to it.
Yeah,
like
see,
a big
that's
black
cool.
one that still has my green eyes.
Yeah.
So it still looks
Alright.
like Kethra. It's just a
I like that.
bear.
I just wanted to, because now I wanted to like be copacetic with what I'm imagining. Sorry.
I'm just gonna look at you and go, "You look like shit, dude. You okay?"
Yeah, I'm all right. I had to leave the city. He's all covered in mud. Half his mud is on her now. Sorry.
I'm already soaking wet, so it's kind of doesn't really matter, I guess.
So what's the plan? Where are we going?
Theatrix looks. Are we not missing?
Where's Kai?
Guys,
It's a long story.
you don't have to worry about it for
You don't have
right
to worry.
now.
It's fine right now, but we really need where are we going? Because we can't stay here.
Is he in one piece? Details, please.
When we put him in, he was in one piece.
He's being big. He's fine. He's fine.
Did you shrink him down? What'd you do?
Shrunk down.
How's he in your bag?
We shoved him in our
Can we
closet.
please go somewhere that is fucking dry
He's in the
and
doorknob.
off the road?
You put him in the closet.
Yes, and I put the closet in my bag.
How is he going to stay alive in there?
He doesn't have to breathe. He's fine.
He's fine. It has stopped the creature for now.
Oh yeah, it wasn't moving. That's why it wasn't moving.
The thing stopped?
Yes.
When I flew over it, it was not moving.
Okay.
It
Well,
seems that if he is not on this plane, it does not know where he is.
fucking necklace.
I do not know how
Agreed.
smart it is. I do not know if it can figure this out.
I
But
cannot believe he did that.
Yeah, I plan on thoroughly.
I told him not to.
We can
no
flip a
one touch
coin
it.
on who beats his ass for it later. But where are we going?
we can.
Don't you guys have things that you've ordered?
Yes, we have things that we're waiting for. But right now, you cannot go back. Am I correct?
No.
We can't really take him out of the closet that's in my bag. It's a
Well, either we go forward or we go back to town. If we go back to town, I can stay outside the town limits.
You know this land. I do not.
I can stay outside the town limits for how long do you need? A day?
Maybe a
Perhaps.
couple of days. You do know that along this very long road that leads from Dahim to everywhere else, there, like every 20-ish to 25 miles, there are these like inns, stopovers, like just like
Roadside inns, yeah.
roadside. So.
Oh yeah,
there
this
are-
is yours. She tosses you the pillowcase of your shit.
Bounces off into the mud. Oh, my pillow. Went to camp once, and the first night the kid threw up on my sleeping bag and my pillow. So that really hits home.
Childhood trauma coming back out.
Fucking 2 weeks in Maine. I was like 9.
You guys smelled that for 2 weeks?
No, I just didn't have anything. Nobody
You
was
throw it out?
this place. No, this place was run by like 17-year-olds. I just had no blankets. I had one sheet.
Here's some leaves,
pillow.
kid.
It was prison camp.
Yeah,
It's called
kinda like the
Agassiz
first camp I
Village.
went
Tell
to,
me that
yeah.
doesn't
That sounds like a
sound-
prison.
It sounds like an old Nazi camp. You have Treblinka, Agassiz. It sounds right in there.
Not wrong.
Anyways, there's an inn probably about 15 miles up the road. But I don't want you guys to miss out on your what you thought is necessary for going up the mountain.
We are waiting on things that are, I would consider, quite necessary.
Would Eldon know roughly how much that trip, like that's not a whole day, going from like the inn to the city and then back? Or maybe that might be. That's 40 miles.
Yeah, it's
That's
probably
40
about
miles. That's
about a
probably
day. Like they could probably head in one direction and you in the other, and then you know. I would say, we'll say there's also another spot, another inn that's like right outside the city gates, that for people who like for whatever reason can't get in or are waiting for somebody or whatever, but it's very like there's stables there and everything, but it's not as protected as being inside. They have people there to try to protect, but it's still outside of the city walls.
Yeah, so you have like the city walls and you have like kind of like all the other cities that we had. You had like the stalls
Yeah.
and stuff outside. Mm-hmm. Well, there's also one that's closer to the city walls, and we also might be able to rent some horses, which would certainly make things a lot easier.
That was
Now-
appreciated, yeah.
We were not there, so how wise is it for you to be anywhere close to the city's walls?
They won't be expecting, I would assume, somebody who just did what I did to come into the city. So if you go back with Kethra and me and Iolite come in as travelers and stay at the inn that's outside the city walls, you guys can get your things, and we'll be off in a day or two. Kai is kind of the sticking point in this.
You can't just keep him in there forever, right?
If we let him out, that creature comes forward.
While we are out here in the wilderness, perhaps we check on him, let him know what is going on, and
Yeah.
let him.
He's gonna be
He's
so
gonna-
mad.
There's gonna be some poor prick that's in front of that thing going like, wow, this thing really just doesn't move anymore. As soon as Kai comes out, it's gonna walk.
Well, I'm wondering what the physics of this is.
you
Like,
stay in
if we
there and
open
one of
up
us
the
walk in?
door and just
we
talk
get,
to
like,
him,
10
is he
minutes to breathe?
still technically in a pocket dimension, or does his
I know
stank
what-
emanate
you need
out
to
and it
go.
knows that he's there?
I'm saying you stay in, and one of us goes, all right, we gotta say this quick because I'm not gonna be able to breathe soon. Like,
Could do that.
What if we just crack the door?
Well, that's the
Stand in
thing.
the doorway.
Just
Is the
whisper.
dimensional thing
Write a
broken?
note, open it, throw it, and slam the door shut.
We know it moves slowly because the guy that's inside out now told us that it moves really slowly.
a little bit of time.
Yeah,
We have
and
a
then
little
if
bit
we
of time.
close him back in again, presumably it will stop again.
It
Wait.
just might kill a few innocent people, and to hell with them anyway.
We
They-
take-
that's
we
their
just take
fault.
it and
That's
throw
they
it-
should have just been standing
we could
there.
throw it in the god's-forsaken river.
Okay, maybe not that.
Okay.
Bury it somewhere.
Doing this right here?
Perhaps off the road.
He'll point to like a stand of trees.
I'm gonna take some mud and make a tracing of a door on a big tree trunk.
You have to go, Nix, hand me the doorknob. Thank you.
What doorknob?
I don't know where to put that.
And he hands.
I definitely do see Nick's doing that. The classic, like,
No, he hands me a
the
book
best
or
man for
something.
the ring. I got it right.
Gotcha for a second there.
Just like that. Go here.
Pause.
I'm gonna go buy a doorknob as a prop.
Oh yes.
So you open the door.
I'll just look at everybody and
Yeah.
nod and open it up.
Hi.
Hey.
You guys have been standing there. You can see into, so based off of what you've described to me, it is a closet. Like if you open the door
Yeah.
and it's overfilled, stuff will fall out of it. So
It's like Monsters Inc.
When we open the
Yeah,
door,
like,
he's
if you
moving
open
out
it on
mangoes
the-
at us and shit like that. He's kicking mangoes out at us when we open the door.
The closet's
He's
only
leaning
half
against
full.
the
He's
wall we
still
opened,
got
so
he's
it
still got a
falls
good
out.
amount of room in there.
if you open it like on the ground, you would be looking down. If you open it up here, you'd be looking up and things will fall down. That's kind of, you can see into it, but like the moment, it's not like pitch black or anything. So
Yeah, moment the door opens, Kai walks out of it.
No, you weren't supposed to. Just kidding.
You know,
Step
you're
out.
probably going back in there, right?
So I'm assuming me stepping in there, it stopped moving.
You assumed correctly.
Yes, we passed separately, and it's probably moving now, but it was paused and immobile, and we found Eldon over here.
Dartrix leaps up into a tree and just to get a higher ground while you all are talking.
All right. I guess we should make this quick then.
Eldon and Iolite are going to go to an inn closer to the city outside the gates. Kethra and I are going to await the provisions that we have being made for us for the journey. It may be a day or two.
And you are going back in the closet.
The good thing is that we can rent horses at the stables at the inn. We can make some headway. I figure if we get 30, 20 miles out, you can come out.
We need a head start on it, and then you don't have to be in there.
My concern, as he looks over at Kai and that fucking necklace, is he hasn't even made eye contact with Kai yet because he's just... As much as I hate to say it, we might want to get that thing out of the city on purpose, which necessitates a wish. If you wish something, it appears 100 feet.
Within 100 feet.
Within 100 feet of you, as the seer had said, that I totally remembered. And that means that it'll disappear from the city and appear close to wherever we are. It's dangerous for us, but it gets it out of the city.
Well, perhaps you make that wish after the 2 days.
Well,
if you're in there and it's not moving, it is an ugly statue.
I meant after we left, after we rented horses and left. We get a few miles outside of town, make your wish, see if this thing actually works, and then we just, like the horses of hell, just get out of there.
What do you need in there in the meantime? There is food and water and provisions and alcohol.
Perhaps maybe a chair.
We can
Only someone had kept that stool.
we can find something.
Need a shit bucket?
Oh no. My clothes.
I already took care of that. Don't worry about it.
Well,
Oh yeah, you can prestidigitation it away.
All right then. I'll go back into the closet. I have some things that should be commissioned and ready from the same place I got that seeing egg. Some potions and things for us. Don't worry about my sword. I'll be able to summon it when the time is right.
Very well.
Sorry to have to do this,
What are you doing?
leaving you.
I'm kind of used to it. It's okay.
All right.
Can you just stop doing stupid shit like this, please?
I'll do my best.
How about next time, like, there's an option to put on a curse necklace, you just fucking don't.
Hindsight is 20/20.
No, this is your death wish talking again, so you gotta get your shit in order. Maybe while you're in the closet, you need to do some thinking.
Perhaps I will.
None of this perhaps shit, you will.
I don't really have much of a say in the matter, do I?
Good. Because that was fucking stupid. I've seen some stupid shit in my day, but that was up there.
Not to interrupt, but the creature is probably stomping through the city right now.
All right, I'm going.
It's probably better, because at this point, if that creature doesn't get to you, I'm gonna beat your ass. Get back in the closet. And she's gonna grab you and go, I love you, but stop doing stupid shit. Get back in the closet.
Pushes him in.
I'll see you soon.
And I'll try to find you a stool. She goes, shut the door. She goes, knob. Thank you. Next.
Okay. Let's go to this inn.
Eldon's gonna change his clothes out for the ones that he's wearing for like his secondary.
Okay.
Try to, look slightly different, I guess.
So you part ways.
No, we're all headed to the city.
Oh, you're all going to the city.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
the
we'll
inn
part ways
outside.
when we're going to make sure they're getting there safely.
Okay.
Because, I'm a fierce warrior that's going to protect everybody.
I figure once we're a mile out, you guys can probably go ahead a little bit ahead of us. The same,
Okay.
Then I just turn to Iolite. Be safe. Don't
course.
do anything foolish.
I would never.
And then she turns to you. You need to disguise yourself. And she just puts a big glob of mud in your face.
I'm already covered in mud.
But not your face. And she goes, yes, that will do.
Thanks, Ayla. Just looks over at Ayla. It's just like well disguised.
We'll be back with our provisions.
Okay. You separate.
And they can talk to each other within that distance that will be.
Yeah, I haven't found the item, but
Okay.
I couldn't remember if there even was a distance. I thought it was just any distance. So we're going with at least a mile. You're fine. The city's, not that big. So is there anything that you're...
It says over vast distances.
Yeah, so it's more than... It's
Vast is more than a mile.
Yeah.
Unless
No,
you're a
this is-
halfling.
This
No.
is up to 1 mile.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I read further
All
down.
right.
This is up to 1
If
mile.
you're a halfling, that's a vast distance.
I mean, if you're a person, generally, because if I tried to talk to you a mile away, that's pretty...
I wouldn't
that's
call
not
a
gonna-
mile vast, though.
For speaking. At this level. So, you separate Ayla and Kethra and the knob.
The knob.
I do love that because in English slang, knob is like dickhead.
Yeah, right.
Fits perfectly.
Oh, yeah, fucking knob.
Head into the city.
Fucking knob.
Eldon and Iolite stay within the Scale and Ale, which is just outside of Dahim. Is there anything that you are doing specifically over these next 2 days?
Eldon has to
Casting a
unsummon.
glyph of protection on her pants. Pervert.
Wow. First of all, ouch.
Wow, Ayla, cock blocking. They ain't right.
Oh my god.
So what happens if you if you touch the seal?
I'm not telling you what spell's in there.
See, Ayla can have every blue person that comes their way. But yeah, you guys can't have a little something. What the hell? That's some double standards right there.
That's definitely.
That is my Iolite.
She's a,
I'm like, yeah, Ayla,
Ayla's
let them
what we-
have a little fun if they want to get their bell ring, then let it happen. Okay? Girl, that's not friendship. Friendship, good wing woman helps you get some, not keeps you from getting some.
She didn't actually cast it. She just made the threat.
oh, that's canon.
That's canon.
Okay, all right, that's canon. All right. Eldon's just gonna blush. Jesus,
And you're
what
just
the
sitting there,
fuck?
When did you do that?
How am I gonna pee?
How am I gonna be?
We're just walking back and me going,
Yeah, so Eldon is going to have to unsummon Theratrix, unfortunately,
Okay.
because he can't appear as a keeper here.
Okay.
So
oh, you should dress up Theratrix, like put extra clothes on him so he just kind of looks like a lizard person. Like put a hat on him and like a cloak around him.
all he can think of is a platypus. Perry the platypus. So he'll unsummon him, but like after giving him like a hug, their usual thing. And then he's going to change into different clothes than he wore. He'll go around the corner so Ayla doesn't have to see his almost naked body.
Okay.
So sexy. Covered in mud. And yeah, he's gonna try to look like he was coming to the city instead of being obviously from away the city.
Hello, fellow patrons. I've never been here before.
I have no idea.
All right. Anything Iolite is doing?
No.
Okay. What is so it's going to be about 2 days before you all can come back together again, which we're gonna move past it.
I wanted to replay in the closet.
He's playing a game of solitaire.
All I can think of right now is that South Park episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. With Tom Cruise.
Nice in the closet.
That's all I can think of right now.
Oh my god, it's actually really nice in here.
So, I guess more specifically for Kai, like, what does Kai do in that space between dreaming?
So between dreaming, he is pacing because he's thinking about what everyone's doing, and he has no control over the situation. And again, he is questioning everything that he has ever done.
As he should.
If he tried drilling a little peephole, like, would he see out into our plane, or would he just see, like, into the depths of unspeakable hell?
Neither.
Oh.
You can't drill.
There would just be more wall behind it.
There's another guy looking back.
Karen Mealy and her eyes just staring at you. She follows you.
Every time you drill a hole, it's to a different room somewhere in the world.
It's through a different keyhole.
Oh.
I like that.
We're coming up with a whole lore for this
What's
closet.
going on here?
Stop before this closet turns into something else. All right.
So,
Instead of drilling a hole, he's gonna bore a hole. He's gonna
That's
start sticking
exactly what
things
I was thinking.
through.
I was like, before we start getting like peepholes, we start going to glory holes. Can we move on? All right. Woo. I was like, good luck with you guys.
We'll never get him out.
15 more minutes.
Oh, was it the whitest kids you know? Richard! You ever see that? The whitest kids you know?
no.
Oh my god, you've never seen this skit? It's the wife comes into the bathroom and the guy's got his like body pressed up against the stall. She's like, Richard, get away from that goddamn glory. Oh my god, I gotta send it to you guys. I can't believe you've never seen the fucking skit.
Nope. I don't think I've ever seen anything from the whitest kids you know.
Every time it's always at the goddamn glory hole.
In the
Oh my
Mickey Mouse
god, I
voice.
can't believe you've never seen this.
So,
Ah.
a couple days goes by while you two are in the city. So here's overall what happens as you're waiting. patiently for all of the items that you need to gather. The creature is stuck in place, like it has not moved. They're keeping, the keepers and the Adar are keeping everybody away. It did start moving to the north as if it was going out of the city, and what the keepers had done at that point, because they had gotten everybody away, or the Adar more specifically, they had kind of been like shepherding, almost like following it for the couple of minutes when it turned and started heading out of the city, and they were like, okay, it looks like it's leaving. They kept people away from it, and since then it has stopped, and so it's in the city. What they so rumors are going around that the magic that the military is throwing at this thing seems to do very little. When they have it in like a force bubble, and this is all stuff people are talking about, so you don't really know, you're not hearing it directly from the military.
I'm sitting at like the cafe across from where it is, like
So
sipping
you can't be
coffee.
anywhere close, because they're like, if it turns in a specific direction, you can't. So they've kind of closed down whatever shops are like in the immediate vicinity of it, and are supplementing those people. Like they're trying to figure out, like, it hasn't moved, they don't know what's going on, so they're just gonna, keep it. So when they throw something at it, like a force wall or a bubble that is supposed to keep everything contained, it only lasts for like the duration. They can't keep anything concentrated on it. So if something is only going to work for a minute, that's as long as it lasts, and then it's done. Whatever it's doing, it's like emanating. Their magic is not strong enough.
I'm
That's what
picturing
you're
like
hearing.
a bunch of like scientists and cops and wizards and mages all like taking notes, some prodding it with like wands and stuff.
They're not getting too close to be safe, but they are, like, they keep trying to do kind of basic experiments. They've had
Has it killed anybody else?
it did get a couple of people who from the military who weren't familiar with the fact that you couldn't get that close in the beginning. Once it was clear that you cannot be touched by it, they kept people away.
And you can't. If somebody struck it with a sword, would it?
Based off of what they saw, as long as it doesn't reach you, but it has a long reach.
Does it turn people inside out? Because the only thing we saw
Yes.
was it made the dragons.
If it touches you,
poof.
you turn inside out. Yeah. They also hear over the course of the couple days that the boy, the kid, the young man, his name was Slytherin,
Oh, he was clearly an asshole.
and his body has actually been displayed as a warning. And the Adar say that they killed him because he was a known thief who ran with some thieving types. There's actually there's a thieves guild in this city, as there are in a lot of major cities, and he was allegedly part of that guild. Not a high up person, but like an initiate, a young up and comer, we'll say. And they have displayed him as a warning. Arrow still in chest, and said, "This is what happens to thieves. The military will take care of you." His mother and sister have been kind of like shunned because it's clear now his body's there. He's clearly, and so they, are keeping a low profile. But people know them, and some people feel bad. Other people think good that this has happened, and his sister won't grow up to be like him.
You're off the hook.
Is the RSA property of Eldon?
Yeah, so the military is taking,
Eldon's best.
they're
I was gonna say
taking
he has
credit.
a label maker.
I shouldn't have played with that so much.
So are the what are they called? The guardians, the keepers. Yeah, are they the guardians? Are they?
It's only been 2 years.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Are they there also, or have they left it to like the military?
The keepers are there, but there's only a handful of them. Like they are around, but the military is the keepers are not like the police. They are meant to help and everything. Like, you know, they're truly meant to like protect people. The military is more of like the police force that lives there. You hear a word from like what the thieves, like as you're sitting around listening in on what people are talking about, the thieves guild in Dahim, and it is elsewhere, but the one that's like kind of more specifically here is called the Undertow. And you do hear that like there are rumors that the Undertow is looking for the person that actually killed the guy, Slytherin.
They don't believe the official story.
They don't know what to believe. They don't care if it's a military person. They want a name. They want the person who did it. It doesn't matter if it's a military official.
This is the Thieves Guild.
The Thieves Guild.
This is going to be the second character that I had that issue with Rose.
But the Adar have taken credit for it, and so again, there's mixed emotions around. People think like it's a bit much to be displaying people like that, but other people say good because, you know, these kids, this group has been stealing stuff, and he got what he deserved. And then there's the family. There is no mention, notably, of Eldon specifically. His name is not brought up. Nobody's talking about it. From rumors or anything, nobody knows the name Eldon. You don't hear it. The military has taken credit for it. So you don't know.
The keepers would keep it secret.
You don't know what the keepers said. You just know what people are saying. So you can't get close to the creature. You just know that it's where you're like within several dozen feet of where you left it. And you are able to gather your stuff, unless there's anything else you want to do in the city of Dahim.
My question is, did we get one room or two? That's completely up to
I
you.
think there was only one room left, and it just happened to only have one bed in it. And they're like, sorry.
This is a Hallmark.
I've read that book.
Hallmark movie. Yeah. It's like, I will not sleep in the same bed.
Well, fine. No, I think they share a room.
No further questions.
I mean, any conversations that happen, lots of conversations were had. Otherwise, you meet up after a couple of days and are able to kind of, you hear things too, like people coming in and out of the city are going to be, and again, what you notably notice is that your name is not mentioned.
And he's keeping a low profile. He has like not his normal keeper like hood, but he's got his head covered and all that, just kind of lay low. And also he'll set up for to rent five horses.
Okay.
I mean, is there like an Avis on the other side to drop them off at, or like how do we rent a horse that we have no intention of bringing back?
Yeah, I'm assuming. Well, if you're talking real life, that's exactly what they would do. They would have places along the road that you could like pick up and drop off horses.
Okay,
Basically.
just you know this land, not me.
Well, I mean, it's up to you. It's your call. I mean,
It depends on how long you want to rent horses for.
for the road until we get up north.
All right. So it's like probably, I think it was like 20 days max for you to get 22 days, something like that. There are places along the
Listen,
way.
we do not want to walk the 20-mile mud road.
Right.
So
Yeah. So you will come up with price afterwards. You are able
want it
to
now.
negotiate your horses.
she's like 5,000 gold. Fuck.
What do your horses look like? You all come back together.
My horse is black.
And what's their name?
I don't know. Roger.
Roger. Nice. Okay. Who else? What do your horses look like?
Oh, I only had to rent 4 horses, didn't I?
Well, you might.
You were in there. You didn't let him out of the closet yet. I
Nope,
know
I
that.
forgot.
You're riding on Roger. You're good.
Nice.
Roger.
Roger.
Okay.
I was like, why not Roger? Why not? First name that came to mind.
Let's see. Let's go really classic. Let's go black.
Seabiscuit.
Brown with white. Brown with white. His name's Patches. It's really
Okay.
cute and really nice.
Oh, what color are horses? Like, there's
Oh Jesus.
black, brown, white, right? Like,
Have you never
that's,
seen
Any
a
color
horse?
The
you
real
want.
question is, how big is the horse?
that's like a typical horse color. Like, well, like are these regular
Is he
colored
riding,
horses?
is he riding
Yeah.
with 4 tiny horses?
And remember,
on the
horses
bottom-
are
can they be on the bottom of
horses
shoes?
are aquatic.
Do these
Like,
ones?
Yeah,
Are these aquatic horses?
It can literally be whatever color you want. I'm not gonna gatekeep the
You could have
color.
a blue
of your
horse.
Do not make it a blue horse, because then you have to fuck it. What? I said it.
Not into that kind of beast.
Yes, you did.
All right, Julie gave me a pound. Broke Julie, broke Pat. That's good.
Very nice. I'm
That's
proud
a
of you.
horse
Good
of a
job.
different color.
Blue color. Her favorite.
What color is your horse?
A chestnut brown horse
Okay.
with some white striations.
Okay. And what's the name?
Estrella.
Okay. And
Her horse is gray, black with a black mane and tail. And his name is
I forgot my
Granite.
Grant?
Granite.
Granite. Okay. And I mean, are you not getting coyotes? Or...
We should probably get
Okay.
a horse.
Kai, what does your horse look like, and what is it called?
Get him a
I
pink
don't
one.
know.
Get him a really frilly one.
We get to pick.
It's a donkey.
Yeah.
Can we get a
I
donkey?
just
for
think
Guy?
it would be like really fitting if you got him an all white horse.
The most pretentious horse we can find.
Just an all white and just like. I don't
Named
know.
Princess.
Yes.
I was gonna be like wicked cliche and just be like called like Snowflake or something.
Oh, Snowflake.
Snowflake, yeah.
Powder.
Okay.
Surprisingly
I'm
good
not
movie.
switching
I haven't
horses with
watched
you,
it
by
in
the
some
way.
years, but
Kethra will not switch horses with you, by the way. You cannot have Roger.
It's okay.
I
You and
want,
Snowflake. And
I want Snowflake has like the fetlocks, like the furry things.
Very
on the
beautiful.
Yes, very.
Very beautiful.
But-
Very.
Former show horse, so it's prancing.
But definitely
does
not
that
something you would something you would expect a princess to be on.
Yeah.
Not a prince. A prince would have a war horse or
doing
something.
that horse
Yes,
crip
yeah.
walk.
It's got little. It was recently in a show, so its hooves
Oh, yeah,
have
its
been painted
tail
pink
is
with
still
glitter.
braided.
Oh, it's got with a
And it's,
braid.
it's
Can
like
I have a pink,
chipping
like a pink or a
off.
purple bow in the tail and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, and a
gonna
pretty
look beautiful.
fishtail braid in the
You're gonna
mane.
be the brightest belle of the ball. Yep. His first wish is gonna be, I wish my horse was all black. The headless fucking creature is gonna appear on the horse with you.
So you all
Yeah,
come
The horse turns
together.
inside out.
Got your horses. Got all your gear. Everything that you could have ever wanted. All you ever. So, now what? Kai is still in the closet.
Well, we need to leave civilization before we let him out.
Yeah.
Okay. You head out.
Once
Yep.
we're like 5 miles out, that would bring us to a stop.
Okay.
If we let him out and he makes a wish now, that'll bring that creature to where we are and outside of the city.
Do we have to do that?
Yeah, I kind of
Can't
say
it?
fuck the
Can't
city,
it
to
just
be
walk
honest.
out of the city? I know.
People might get hurt.
Once again,
We might get hurt.
fuck the city, dude. I know, I'm a cold-hearted bitch. I know that, but fuck the city.
People can get hurt. At the very least, Kai should be the one to make the decision, as much as I hate
I
to say
don't
it.
really give a shit about other people.
Well, I do.
He has a point.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I trace the shape of a door in the ground.
Next.
Open
Knob,
it.
please.
Look down on him, then, right?
Yeah. You look up and Isla's looking down.
Little bright.
Sorry, there's no big trees here.
I will walk up.
He doesn't climb out. He's
Yep. It was a little freaky.
Jesus Christ!
I'm rolling for the weather.
That does not bode
Way
well
less
for the weather.
nefarious.
Oh, it's just windy. Just a little slight breeze. The sun has emerged on this day that you choose to move on from Dahim.
Well, we are about 5 miles out of the city. It has most likely started moving again. We're apparently leaving it up to you we either get on these horses and ride, and it just follow through the city, through everything, or you make a wish and it appears closer to us, and then we fucking ride.
Please don't do the latter. Kethra's like, okay.
Well, seeing as I'm out of there, it's already probably on the move within the city. Are all of you ready to go immediately?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
All right then. I wish.
Oh, so we're doing this. Okay.
Yeah, I take the doorknob back, and everybody's on the horse, just ready.
Yeah, you're all on your horses.
Well, I thought you were gonna put Kai back.
You know what?
in.
Back in.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna put you.
Get back
we're
in the
gonna-
pit.
You go back in the closet. We got to deal with it. No, thank you.
Well, that was the whole point, so that we could gain distance on it. Because otherwise,
He's right.
we're
He's right.
just having it chase us.
He's right. He's got to go back in.
I'll type snowflake to my horse. So
You all
Powder.
stand with
Powder.
snowflake.
Snowflake powder.
stand with on your horses. Kai standing. Well, actually, you'd be down because you got to close the door and.
So you're gonna wish, jump in, we close it, and then we ride.
I guess so. All right, all of you, get ready.
Actually, I'm going to be on my horse already. Mage Hand is standing there ready to take the doorknob.
There you go. Oh, we haven't seen it yet, right?
No,
You flew
you saw
over
it.
it, and we
Oh, I flew over it,
like
that's
rode.
You did not go close to
Did
it.
we not? Okay.
You said you didn't go close to it.
Oh, right. I thought we were on the looking through alleyways or
No,
whatever.
we're the only ones who saw it at
Okay.
that time.
You all hold your breath as Kai contemplates his wish, or maybe he already knows it. He said many days.
And this is callback from long ago. He's going to wish for that book from Yamari, the one made mention of his mother. He wants that. He's going to wish. I can't remember the name of the book.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't buy it?
No, it was part of the library.
Oh.
Okay. I will have to find the name, but you
'Cause
wish.
He wants the actual copy with the
Right.
writing in it.
So you speak your wish out loud. You all hear Kai wish for the book. And at your feet, the book materializes. And instantly, I need you to roll a d100.
Would be like right on top of us. This is really scary.
17.
And
It's like right up our ass.
Is that 17 feet away?
yeah, 17 feet away from you, you hear the rustling of leaves and the crunching of sticks as you see to the east of where you were standing.
I'm saying we went off the road a little bit when we did this, right? I assumed. We didn't do it on the road.
I traced it right into the ground. I was picturing right in the middle of the road.
So
I would've
okay, so you
not.
took your horses off the road. Just to
So this thing wouldn't appear in the middle of the road where travelers are going to be. The whole purpose was to get this thing away from people.
It's away from people.
right.
People go around it.
So if it's going to be 17 feet away from wherever you were, so to the east. So you see and hear something that's not very far away, walking in your direction.
I don't even wait for Kai to.
He picks up the book and just immediately falls back into
The mage hand
Sorry, we're just...
instantly just slams the door, picks up the knob, and floats over to you, and drops it, and
You all, the remaining of you see this thing emerging out. It's walking slowly, but 17 feet is not a lot of feet, so it is walking in your direction.
Eldon's certainly going to say, do not let it get
when
within
you-
10 feet of you.
Yeah, when you drop in, it stops, and you can see finally all of you get a good view of this creature. It looks even more ominous in the framing of the canopy kind of darkening it in the forest. It's a nice day and nice and bright, but it just stops moving. Its hands go down by its sides. There's no head. It is just a torso, pretty tall. If it had a head, it would probably be 7-8 feet tall. So the torso is high enough that it's level with most people looking at it. But it just stops. You stop hearing the crunching underneath its feet, and now it's just standing stationary.
Some poor bird's going to land on that thing and it's a stump. Explode.
I don't know why I pictured it much bigger than what you just described it as.
Did you have a reference picture for it off of something?
We have shrimp-sized horses and way bigger.
In my mind, this entire
We have-
time,
we
I
have a
was
size
picturing
problem.
this thing as
We have a size problem.
8 feet tall.
No, it's.
Well, it
I mean,
would've
it's
been.
close. It's it would be. If you were standing looking at it, the top of it where it's no head is about 6.5 feet. So it's just standing there. You all kind of stop looking at it, not sure if it's going to move again, but it does not. Ominously staring at you.
I say we get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Let's stay a while.
You are more than welcome to, Eldon, but goodbye.
And you head up the road towards, Eldon, as you all begin riding off in the direction of the tower and presumably the where the keepers are. You remember that map with the spot that has been marked and the trail that kind of very lightly marked on the map leading off to the west. When you had reviewed it, you knew that the village closest to it on the map was Wallgrove, I believe is what it was called. Which is much closer than the tower. And so kind of as you all are riding in your mind, that would be the closest egress, I guess, to the trail.